there's a direct connection between what you focus your attention on or visualize or pray for and the action you take to affirm that it's really what you want and what's for your highest good. So very often we think, actually more often than not, we think we know what's best for us. You know, we have a desire and we believe that that is for our highest good. But source or creator may think otherwise. And sometimes we've been taught, if we've been taught, that we can just visualize and focus our attention and that then poof, we will suddenly manifest our desires. If we've been taught that, we may never take any action towards what we desire. And we live in a physical world. We are spiritual beings having a physical or human experience. And so we operate within the laws of the physical universe. And here we have to take some action to make anything happen. So thinking and focusing your attention and visualizing, these are actions, but we still have to get up and go do something. And action really is like an affirmation that you believe you are a creator and that you can create what you want. And it's also a declaration that you really believe that this is what you want and therefore you're going to go after it. But it's a co-creation. It's a co-creation. You and the creator, source, God, whatever you want to talk about it, are working together. And the problem is that as humans, we don't always know what's best for us, what's for our highest good, but source does. And so we may be saying we want something and praying for it and visualizing it and focusing our attention on it, and it's not in our highest interest. And so it may not come to pass because source or creator decides that it's not for our highest good, that something else is. And so then even our action isn't going to make a whole lot of difference unless we stay very committed to that action, even though there are signs all around us that it's not for our highest good. So I was watching a video on Instagram with the Gabby Bernstein posted. So you can go to her feed and find it. It was one of those videos, you know, the cute side by side where somebody else is talking and the person's pointing, going, yeah, that makes sense, right? That's important. And I don't know who the person was who was talking, and she didn't ever say. And so I can't give credit where the credit is due, but you can find this video on Gabby Bernstein's Instagram account. Anyway, this woman was saying you have to pray for the right bus. I have some notes. You have to pray for the right bus and then run to catch it. And if it's not the right bus or you miss it, that, what she called rejection, is God's protection. So I don't think I would use rejection as, you know, if I was to say this in my own way, but basically the idea here is you can pray and ask Creator to help you manifest your desires, but then you have to take action. You have to do something. You have to run towards what it is you desire. And if you get to the bus stop and you've missed the bus, then that's probably for your highest good, because you don't know what's for your highest good, but source does. And so if you miss the bus or you show up at the bus stop and it's the wrong bus, then that is just a sign that there's a different bus for you. Or maybe you're not even supposed to be taking a bus. Maybe you're supposed to be taking a boat or a taxi, right? So source is always working to, you know, is always making sure that you are getting what's for your highest good. And we as humans don't always know what's for our highest good. My dog is coming to join me. Yeah, don't wiggle the chair, okay? So that's why, you know, since we don't always know what's for our highest good, that's why I end all my prayers, my visualizations, all of it with this or something better is now coming to me, coming to me in the perfect timing, because I don't know what the perfect timing is, and for my highest good and the highest good of all concerned, because I don't know what's for my highest good or for the highest good of all. And so I trust Creator to know that. So if you don't pray for what you desire, if you don't focus your attention on it, visualize it, whatever you're going to do, If you don't pray for it, we'll just say pray for it, then you might miss the bus. You might not even, if you don't ask for what you want, how are you going to ever get it? You can't just expect it to show up. So you have to pray for it. You have to visualize. You have to focus your attention. But then you have to run to the bus stop and wait for the bus so that you don't miss it. You have to be ready. You have to be the type of person who can catch that bus, who can be there on time and catch that bus. But now if you don't run towards the bus stop and get to the bus stop in time, you're going to miss your bus, right? Now the bus might not show up, in which case a bus was obviously not for your highest good. It was not the thing that was going to take you to your destination. It was not the thing that's going to help you manifest what you desire. But you have to take some action, and then you have to trust that whatever is in your highest interest will come to pass, right? So when I was working on what is now just a little booklet, The Kabbalah of Conscious Creation, which is available on my website, and the link is at ninaamir.com. It's meant to be a bigger book and will be one day. But anyway, I shared it with, and I've told this story before, but I shared it with a young artist in Sfat, Israel, who I was told would be the next great Kabbalist, next great Jewish mystic. And he read the last chapter and said, this is the best chapter in the book. Well, he read the whole book, or little booklet. And he said, this is the best chapter in the book. And it's about taking action. And he said, the Jewish mystics would say that action is where the action is. And so here on the physical plane, we have to take action. So we pray or visualize or focus our thoughts on our desire, right? We pray for it. And then we take action that demonstrates that we are ready to help create that, to co-create it, and that we really believe that is for our highest good and that is what we want. And then we have to trust that everything is happening for our highest good. And if we don't actually manifest it, then it wasn't meant to be. We have to get to the bus stop and buy the ticket to get on the bus. And then we actually have to get on the bus when the door opens. And if the bus never shows up and a taxi does and says, I'm willing to take you to your destination, maybe that is the sign that we're supposed to take a taxi, which could even be faster than the bus, although it might create the need for an investment, right? And maybe we're being asked to invest as an action that gets us, that affirms that we truly want this thing that we desire. But we have to pay attention to the signs, because if we're not getting it, if we're taking the actions, if we're putting our attention on what we desire and we're telling the universe what we desire, and we're taking actions to help bring that in, to make that manifest in our lives, and we're still not getting it, then that's a sign. If the bus still isn't showing up, it's a sign, but maybe it's that you're at the wrong bus stop. Or maybe, the universe is just telling you that that destination isn't the right one for you. And you have to trust that. And I know that's hard. I talk about the difficulty trusting all the time. I should change that thought and say, it's just something we have to learn, is to trust and have faith that everything is working out for our highest good. As Gabby Bernstein would say, that the universe has our back. And so focus your attention, or pray, visualize, whatever it is, then take action, take an affirmation of action to prove that this is really what you want, and to stand in your power as a creator, because you are a creator, to stand in that power, and then, then watch to see what is presented to you. Are there opportunities presented to you? No opportunities. Is something different show up? What you want shows up? Pay attention to the signs and to what you are creating and what source is sending to you that is for your highest good. And trust that. Right, that was a little rambling. I apologize, but I saw this Gabby Bernstein video today, and I just was so inspired to talk about it, because I think it is an important topic. And I have talked about taking action before, but I just loved that analogy of the bus, praying for what you want and then running for the bus. So anyway, let me know in a comment down below, or if you want to go over to my blog, you can do it there. let me know what you think about this topic. I would love to hear, and I will respond to you here. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am an intuitive transformational catalyst. I love to help people step into being the person that can do the things in the physical world that help them create their desires. And by working with your spiritual nature and your physical nature, that is how you will create a life that feeds your soul. So that's what I'm about. And if that interests you, then click on the link above. And if you're over on Instagram, sorry, I forgot I'm on YouTube, you can click on the link below in the description that takes you to the Inspired Creator community. And the link is above, actually. I'm thinking about it. I don't know what I'm thinking. There is a link above for the Inspired Creator community that you can click on, and the link is also down below in the description. The nice weather has gotten to my brain. And join me in the Inspired Creator community, where I offer transformational coaching, both personal and spiritual growth coaching and trainings, to help you learn how to bridge the gap between the spiritual and the physical, so that you can transform yourself and your life and realize your potential. So again, the link's up above. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.